Welcome to Tungal Online Classes. Today we are going to discuss about some of the numericals in motion in plane. From 4.1 to 4.7, all those questions are based on conceptual, so that you try to solve those questions. If any doubts are there, post in the group. Now, we are going to discuss about the numerical 4.8. 4.8. In this 4.8 in numerical, they told three girls, they are skating on a circular ice ground of radius 200 meters. So, how many girls they considered? Three girls they considered. They will be doing what? They are doing a skating on a circular ice ground whose radius will be given by radius capital R is equal to how much they given? 200 meters they given. The radius of the skating ground is equal to what? 200 meter they given. Now, so all are starting from the point P on the edge of the ground. So this is a what? Circular ground, circular ice ground. On that circular ice ground, the three girls are doing the skating. And all of them are starting from the point P simultaneously. All the girls are starting from where? From the point P simultaneously. And all these three girls will be reaching the opposite point Q, which was existed diametrically opposite to the point P. At that time, what they are asking? What is the magnitude of displacement vector? What value they are asking? What is the magnitude of displacement vector for each? That means simply they ask what is the magnitude of displacement? What is the magnitude of displacement covered by each of the girl? Covered by each of the girl. We know the definition about displacement. What is the definition of the displacement? The shortest distance between initial position to the final position. Shortest distance between the initial position to the final position. For all the three girls, P is the initial point. Is it right? For all the three girls, P is the initial point and Q will be the final point. Q will be the final point. So, for all these three girls, initial point and a final point will be remain same. So that simply we will say that the displacement of each and every girl will be remain same. The displacement of each and every girl will be remain same. That only we will write since the initial and final position, the initial and final positions are remain same for three girls, hence their displacement remains same. The displacement covered by all the girls will be what? Remain same. What is the displacement magnitude value? Displacement PQ is equal to displacement PQ is nothing but diameter of the circle. Displacement PQ value is equal to what? Diameter of the circle. That value directly we are writing 2R. Its value is equal to how much? 400 meters. The magnitude of displacement vector for each of the girl is equal to how much? 400 meters. Next, this is the first one. And second one also they ask. What is the second one? Second one. For which girl? This magnitude is equal to actual length of the path she skate. If you look at the diagram, the magnitude of displacement PQ value will be is equal to the path length covered by the girl B. Why? The girl B will be skated, diametrically. The girl B will be skated diametrically, so that for girl the girl B, displacement value is equal to path length C skated. So for the girl B, displacement value is equal to what? The path length what she was skated. So this is the answer for question number 4.8. Question number 4.8. Understood? Next problem 4.9. In this 4.9 problem, they given a cyclist starts from the center O of a circular park of radius 1 kilometer. So what they mentioned, they consider one circular park. They consider one park which is in the shape of a circle, and the radius of the park they mentioned. Radius of the park, capital R is equal to, they mentioned by 1 kilometer. The radius of the given park is equal to how much? Capital R is equal to 1 kilometer. Next. So then cycles along the circumference and returns to the center along the OQ as shown in the figure. So what they mentioned, they considered one circular park is there, and the radius of the given park is equal to how much? 1 kilometer. The radius of the given park is equal to what? 1 kilometer. What they are saying? They said that a person will be starting from the center of the circular park. And first he traveled along the path O to P. And then after he moving along the circumference of the circular path O to P, then after he moving along the circumference of the circular path, then P to Q, again he came back to the point O along the path Q to O. So this is the motion of the cyclist who will be cycling in the given circular ground. Once again, from where he was started from the point O. What is the initial direction of the motion? The initial direction of the motion is what? O to P. Then after he will be traveling along the circumference of the circle from the point P to the point Q. Then after again he come back to the center of the circular park along the path Q to O respectively. This is the path he was followed in the circular park. Okay, now what are the values they mentioned? They mentioned the radius of the park they mentioned, and time taken. So what is the time taken they mentioned? Here a time value is equal to how much they given? 10 minutes they given. Time value is equal to how much they given? 10 minutes. Now what values they are asking? They are asking that what is the net displacement covered by the cyclist? So if you observe the motion of the cyclist, what is the starting point? The starting point is O. Starting point of the motion is what? O. And where he ended is the motion. Again at the point O, his motion was stopped. So that starting point will be O and ending point is also what? O. From this what we observed? For the motion of the cyclist, starting point and ending point both are coincide. Hence, from this information we will write the net displacement covered by the cyclist is equal to 0. Net displacement covered by the cyclist is equal to 0. When the displacement will be existing, whenever some starting point and ending point are separated by some amount of distance, then displacement will be existing, certain magnitude is also what? Existing. But in this case, the starting point as well as ending points are coincide, hence the resultant displacement covered by the cyclist is equal to what? 0. So that is the answer for the first question. Next, the second question they are asking. What is the second question they are asking? Average velocity. What value they are asking? Average velocity. So we know the formula for the average velocity. What is the formula for the average velocity? Average velocity will be defined as total displacement covered by the cyclist. Average velocity is equal to what? Total displacement covered by the cyclist by total time taken. Total time taken. So already we know the fundamental definition for the average velocity, what we studied in the motion in straight line. Average velocity is equal to total displacement covered by the cyclist by total time taken. Here you got the value of total displacement. What is the total displacement value? 0. Total displacement value is equal to what? 0. And what was the time taken here? Time taken is equal to 10 minutes. What is the total displacement value? 0. And time taken is equal to what? 10 minutes. 0 by anything? 0. So that what you got again? Average velocity also is equal to what? 0. Net displacement is equal to 0. Average velocity also is equal to what? 0. Simple thing we have to remember that if there is no displacement, there is no velocity. There is no displacement, there is no velocity. This is about second case. Next, third one. What they are asking? Average speed of the cyclist. Average speed of the cyclist. So the third one is the what? Average speed. So first we will write the basic formula. Average speed is equal to total distance covered by total time taken. So what is the basic formula for the average speed? Average speed is defined as the ratio of total distance covered by the moving object to the total time taken. So to calculate the average speed value, I need the value of total distance covered, because total time is already directly they given by 10 minutes. So I want to calculate total distance value. So total distance value I am writing from this diagram. So first, from where to where he was traveled? O to the point P, right? So OP. Next, after that he moving along the circumference of the circle from the point P to point Q. So here OP plus arc length PQ plus OP plus arc length PQ plus again Q to O. So here OP value is nothing but radius capital R. OP value is nothing but radius capital R. Then arc length value. If you consider the semicircle, so the length of the semicircular portion is equal to pi r. So this is 1/4 of the complete circumference. 1/4 of the complete circumference value is equal to pi r by 2. What is the 1/4 of the circumference value? Pi r by 2. So arc length of PQ is equal to pi r by 2. Once again QO value is equal to what? Capital R. So from this is the r plus r 2r pi r by 2. So here if you took r as the common, 2 2s are 4 plus pi by 2. So here average distance value. So average distance is equal to r into 4 plus 3.14 by 2. So 4 plus 3.14, 7.14 by 2 into 1 kilometer. R value is equal to how much? 1 kilometer. So here, if you simplify this value, if you simplify that value, so average distance value is equal to how much you got? 3.57 kilometer. 3.57 kilometer. Now, average. So here time value we will convert into the hours. Time value we have to convert into hours. See here. 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes. 1 hour is equal to how much? 60 minutes. From this, 1 minute is equal to 1 by 60 hour. 1 minute is equal to what? 1 by 60 hour. So here, time value they given by 10 minutes. Time value are they given? 10 minutes. So here, I am converting this value into hours. 1 minute is equal to 1 by 60 hours. This value is equal to 1 by 6 hours. Time value is equal to what I got? 1 by 6 hours. Now, substitute the value in the given formula. So, what is that? So, average speed is equal to, already you wrote the formula here. What is the total distance by total time taken? So, total distance value 3.57 kilometer by, this is 1 by 6 hour. 1 by 6 hours. So, if this 6 value will be going into the numerator, so V average is equal to 3.57 into 6. 3.57 into 6. That value is equal to 21.42. 21.42 kilometer per hour. That value is equal to what? 21.42 kilometer per hour. This is about second numerical. Next problem 4.10. On an open ground, a motorist follows a track that turns to his left by an angle of 60 degrees after every 500 meters. That means a person will be riding a bike, a motor. Next problem 4.10. So in this problem they mentioned on an open ground a motorist follows a track that turns to his left by an angle of 60 degrees after every 500 meters. A motorist will be traveling over the ground. While he will be traveling, by traveling of every 500 meters, after the completion of every 500 meters, he will be taking the turn to his left side. Through what angle? 60 degrees they mentioned. After every 500 meters, the motorist will be taking a turn to the left side, which will be making an angle of 60 degrees with respect to the direction of initial motion. Then, what they are asking? Specify the displacement of the motorist. We have to calculate the displacement of the motorist. At the end of third turn, sixth turn and eighth turn. So what we have to calculate here? At the end of the third turn, at the end of the sixth turn and at the end of the eighth turn, we have to calculate the displacement covered by the motorist. And also they are asking that compare the magnitude of displacement with the total path length covered by the motorist in each of the case. So that is a given question. From this what we have to understood. Already I told, a motorist will be traveling on the ground. After the completion of every 500 meters. He will be taking the turn through an angle of 60 degrees. Through an angle of 60 degrees. So the corresponding path is nothing but a hexagon. So which path he will be traveled? We have to imagine that should be is nothing but hexagon. See here, I am assuming that the person will be starting from the point O. From where he was started is the motion? From the point O. So in the direction of O to A, he travelled 500 meters. From O to A, how much distance he was travelled? 500 meters. So according to the given statement, after the completion of 500 meters, he has to take a turn to the left side. So this is the direction of the motion. So the turn will be taking towards left side by how much angle? 60 degrees. By how much angle? 60 degrees. Like that he will be taking the turn again. So this is a first turn. This is a what? First turn. Again he was travelled by a distance of 500 meters. Again he will be travelling a distance of 500 meters. After the completion of 500 meters, again he took a turn to the left side. Again by which angle? 60 degrees. Again by how much angle? 60 degrees. Again from B to C also he travelled by the same 500 meters. Again he will be taking the left turn through what angle? 60 degrees. So this will be continuously going on. So the actual path followed by the given motorist is nothing but hexagon path. So first we have to imagine a rough diagram, then only we will able to solve the given numerical. This is very important for imagining the rough diagram in the physics. Okay, now coming to the first one, we have to discuss the case 1 at the third turn. So see here, at the point A he was taken the first turn. At the point B, this is the second turn. This is the third, 4, 5, 6. Again here 7. Again here 8th turn. First turn, second, third, 4, 5th, 6th, 7th and 8th turn. Now we are going to discuss about which one? Third turn. In the hexagon, we know that the distance from the center of the hexagon to any one of the corner will be remain same. Again, it is coming in the mathematics geometry. If you took any one of the hexagon, from the center of the hexagon to any one of the corner, the distance value will be remain same. And it will be forming 6 equilateral triangles. So here, if this side length is equal to 500 meters, this distance is also is equal to how much? 500 meters. Again, from here to here, again how much? 500 meters. So this is simply mathematics based. So from the center of the hexagon to any one of the corner, the side length value is equal to remain same. So that this value will be is equal to what? This value. So from the diagram we will write, let it be some P we will write. From the given diagram we will write OP is equal to PC, that value is equal to how much? 500 meters. OP value is equal to how much? PC, that value is equal to what? 500 meters. Now, I want to calculate the first displacement value. So, displacement covered by the motorist. Displacement definition already we discussed. What is the definition of the displacement? The shortest distance between initial position to the final position. For the third turn, O is indicating the initial point, O is indicating the initial point and C is indicating the final point. For the third turn, if you consider, O is indicating which point? Initial point, and C is indicating the final point. So this is the straight line path. This is the shortest distance we have to calculate. So displacement value is equal to O to C, that is nothing but OP plus PC. That value is equal to 1000 meters. That value is equal to what? 1000 meters. So this is the way for calculating the displacement for the third turn. Next, either path length or distance. Path length or distance. So up to the third turn, what is the total path length he was covered, or what is the total distance he was covered? From the diagram, he will be traveling from O to A to B and B to C, so that the actual length covered by the cyclist or motorist is equal to OA plus AB plus BC. OA plus AB plus BC, this value is nothing but a path length covered by the motorist. It is also is equal to distance covered by the motorist. So simply this value is equal to how much? 1500 meters. How much? 1500 meters. Now what he was asking? So they are asking compare the displacement with the total path length. So I will took the ratio of displacement by path length. Displacement by path length. So what is the displacement value? 1000, and path length value is equal to how much? 1500. So 500 2 times, this is what? 3 times. Therefore displacement is equal to 2/3 of path length. Displacement is equal to what? 2/3 of path length. So this is the first case for the third turn. Next, case 2. Case 2 is at the sixth turn. Look at the diagram. First turn, second turn, third turn, fourth turn, fifth turn, again. Sixth turn will be coincide with the point O. Sixth turn will be coincide with the point O where the motion will be started. Again, actually the motion will be starting from where? From the point O. The motion will be starting from where? From the point O. At the point A, he was taken the first turn, and this is the second, third, fourth, fifth and sixth. The sixth turn itself will be takes place at the point O only. That means at the sixth turn, what we have to understand? Both initial and final positions are coincides. If you consider the sixth turn will be takes place at the point O only. Actually the motorist will be started his motion from the point O only, and he will be taking again the sixth turn from the same point. Again he will be taking the sixth turn from the same point. That means what we have to understand? His starting point as well as while he was taking the sixth turn, that the final positions both are coincide. Already we discussed, whenever our object will be in the motion and if its initial position and final positions are coincide, what we will write? Net displacement for this case is equal to what? 0. Net displacement for this case is equal to what? 0. Once again, why the net displacement will be is equal to 0? Actually the motion was started from the point O and at the same time the sixth turn is also takes place at the point O only. That's why his initial as well as final positions are coincide, so that net displacement for the sixth turn will be is equal to 0. Now coming to the path length, so path length value is equal to, what is the path length? O to A to B, B to C, C to D, D to E and E to O. O to A first path, okay, next A to B, B to C, C to D, D to E and E to O. Each value is equal to how much we know? 500. So we will write this value is equal to 6 into 500. So the distance covered by the motorist in this case is equal to, distance covered by the motorist in this case is equal to how much? 3000 meters. 3000 meters. If you took the ratio displacement by path length, displacement value is equal to what? 0. Path length is equal to how much? 3000 meters. 0 by anything? 0. So the ratio of displacement covered by the motorist to his total path length covered up to the sixth turn, will be is equal to what? 0. Will be is equal to what? 0. This is about second case. Okay, in the third case we have to calculate the displacement at 8th turn, and also we have to compare the displacement, its path length what he was covered. See the diagram once again here. So this is the first turn, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh and 8th turn. So the 8th turn will be takes place at the point B. The 8th turn will be takes place at the point B. Now I want to calculate the displacement covered by the motorist. So here I indicate the displacement with the dotted line in this diagram if you observe carefully. So here this dotted line is indicating what? Whatever the displacement, whatever the shortest distance existing between initial position to the final position, because the initial motion will be starting from the point O and we consider the 8th turn means, the final position is nothing but the point B. Final position is what? Point B. Now to calculate the displacement I go through the geometry. So on to the dotted line I draw the normal from the point A. So here two triangles will be formed. So let it be the capital N, OAN, triangle OAN, triangle ANB are isosceles triangles. Which type of triangles? Isosceles triangles. Because if any two triangles are said to be the isosceles triangles, the exterior angle value is equal to sum of its interior angles. Again, if any two triangles are said to be the isosceles, what is the required condition? The exterior angle value is equal to sum of its two interior angles and the opposite angles will be remain same. So that here the angle at the point O as well as the angle at the point B will be remain same. Their summation will be is equal to exterior angle. Suppose we will assume angle at O, that is angle at B is equal to theta. According to the given condition, theta plus theta is equal to 60. From this we will get theta value is equal to what? 30 degrees. That is the condition for what? Isosceles. Okay. So angle at O is equal to how much? 30, right? When you draw the normal, the total length OB will be, OB or displacement OB is equal to twice of x. Displacement OB value is equal to what? Twice of x. So to calculate the displacement value, I want to calculate x value. From the triangle OAN, cos 30 is equal to cos 30 is equal to what? So this is a what? Adjacent side. This is the opposite side. This is a what? Hypotenuse. So that cos 30 is equal to adjacent side x by hypotenuse value is equal to what? 500. Cos 30 is equal to how much? Adjacent side by hypotenuse. From this, x value is equal to 500 into cos 30 value is equal to what? Root 3 by 2. Cos 30 value is equal to what? Root 3 by 2. Therefore, displacement value is equal to already we told 2x. Displacement value is equal to what? 2x. Therefore, 2 into x value is equal to what? 500 root 3 by 2. 2 will be getting cancelled. Therefore, displacement is equal to 500 root 3 meter. Displacement value is equal to what? 500 root 3 meters. So to calculate the displacement, what we consider here? Geometry conditions of the triangles we consider. We take in the two triangles. Onto the two triangles, we draw the normal. Again, we are saying that those two triangles are what? Isosceles. If any two triangles are isosceles, sum of their interior angles is equal to exterior angle. So this value comma this value will be remain same. 30 plus 30 is equal to what? 60. So I calculated which value? Displacement value. Now we have to calculate the path length. So path length means what? Total length covered by the motorist. Up to the eighth turn. See carefully here. Up to the first turn, how much distance he was covered? 500. Second turn 500. Third turn 500. Fourth turn 500. Fifth turn 500. Sixth turn 500. Seventh also 500. Eighth also 500. That means for each and every turn, he will be covering the distance of 500 meters. So for one turn, how much distance he was covered? 500 meters. For 8 number of turns, how much distance he was covered? 4,000 meters. How much distance he was covered? 4,000 meters. This is the total path length covered by the motorist. Now we have to take the ratio displacement upon path length. What is the displacement value? 500 root 3. Displacement value is equal to what? 500 root 3 and path length is equal to what? 4,000. So that this value is equal to root 3 by 8 times. So root 3 by 8. That is the required answer for the case 3. So this is about problem number 4.10. Thank you.